I think we are dangerously close to seeing a gigantic group of this nation and the world that are never going to wake up from this lie. That is the case. I know you know it to be true, and I know we all tune into the High Wire for the positive outlook. Here's the positive outlook. It's on you. It's on me. It's on us. We must now recognize that the medical establishment and Tony Fauci will admit to lying to continue to lie, but will never say we were wrong. He will never say we were wrong. He will never say that the imperial model was a total disaster. He will never admit that this thing was never going to kill millions of people and is now diabolically close to being less than the flu. He will never admit that it was his policies and the policies of the WHO and Bill Gates that should be criminally investigated for having created the most unnatural death spike the world has ever seen with a trivial cold virus. We are dangerously close to recognizing at least that maybe 50% of us, maybe as high as 70% of us, will always believe there was a deadly pandemic that swept this nation. That's the reality we now live in. And if there's any friend amongst you that you think still has enough brain cells, that has an IQ high enough to understand what real science looks like, that can understand what Denny is talking about, unsubstantiated science that has no decent control groups. If you have friends like that, you need to wake them up now. Not because it's going to take a 50% or 60% majority. In fact, the world has always been changed by about 13% of those passionate individuals that fight for freedom, fight for truth, get involved in politics, and make a difference. We are well past that number of what it's going to take to rule with the truth in this world. Remember, we need to reduce the zombie apocalypse as much as we can. That group of people that have lost all ability to critical think, that have no contact with their own IQ, that follow junk science that is only done to prove an agenda and an outpoint. They set out to prove that outpoint, which is why they never use a decent control group. The size of that population that we will have to drag along with us is in our hands right now. If you can reduce that population right now and wake up your friends, wake up your family, then please use the High Wire, use the work by Children's Health Defense and NBIC, wherever it's coming from. Go and help your friends that maybe will listen to Theo Wilson a little bit more. We need to wake these people up, because though I know we will end up persevering through this, I want my children to be able to marry other children who grew up with families that actually celebrated an understanding of real science and an IQ that was capable of critical thinking. Our children deserve to be able to find spouses of critical thinking. Our grandchildren deserve to be able to live in a world where critical thinkers can be found. We need your help. Now is the time. We must reduce the body of mindless zombies as best we can, because at a very near moment, they will be who they are, and we will be who we are. And that is the world we have inherited by our action. Take action, help the High Wire, help yourself, go wherever you need to go to get the truth, to share the truth. Go to ICanDecide.org for all of our white papers, but do not sit back and watch the world fall apart outside of your window. We have got to get back to work. We've got to stop China from taking over all the manufacturing of the world. We need our workers working. We need the people getting a cold that can get a cold to get this cold. We've got to stop any push for man-made death spirals. If you like that clip, then be sure to check out our live broadcast of the High Wire every Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Pacific Time. You can watch it on Facebook, YouTube, iTunes, and Twitter. We'll see you there.